Welcome students to ND's English Grammar channel on YouTube. In this video, I have very important things from class 10 Nelson Mandela for Cbse and non-Cbse and other boards that have Nelson Mandela as a topic. In this video, I have 3 in 1. First, inferential questions, statements and inferences. Then that statement and inference can be used as a short answer questions, and then those can be used as MCQs. And if I say fourfold, those can be used in analytical answers. So students, please watch this video very carefully, try to understand, and if you don't, please leave a comment with your problems. I will try to explain them, and your learning is important to me. So let us start. From paragraph 1, the statements given on which you have to draw inference. So students, many students are puzzled with the word inference. Simply, inference means drawing conclusion out of some points or from a paragraph. You have to understand the paragraph and draw some conclusion from that paragraph or draw a result. Now let us see this. You will easily understand. The statement or things you are provided, the elements, idea you have been provided from the text, not exactly quoted. Nelson Mandela describes the historic moment of the inauguration ceremony where he became the first black president of South Africa. So this is from the first paragraph. This is one explanation too. You can take it as a summary also. Inference: what does Mandela's description of inauguration signify? This can be a short question and answer will be the correct inference. Now, after reading and understanding this few lines, statement lines, and then understanding the question, you have to select the correct answer or the correct inference. The option inferences are 4. A. He was nervous about taking office. B. It marked the beginning of colonial rule. C. It was symbol of the end of apartheid. D. The ceremony was not important to him. So students, your question on the basis of the lines is, what does Mandela's description of inauguration signify? What is the meaning? Important thing. So your correct inference or the answer is, it was a symbol of the end of apartheid. Out of these 4 options, one option is correct inference of the statement which have been ticked here. Now let us see the next one. Para 2. This is from para 2 of your text, Nelson Mandela. Statement: the ceremony took place at the Union Buildings in Pretoria and was attended by many international dignitaries. Inference: why was the presence of international guests significant? That is, what was the important of the presence of the prestigious guests important? Options are: it showed South Africa's political isolation. It indicated global support for apartheid. C. It reflected the world's recognition of a new democratic South Africa. D. It was a regular protocol. So the correct answer is C. Correct inference is C. It reflected the world's recognition of a new democratic South Africa, because the dignitaries, the political leaders attended that ceremony. That signifies they support it. Now from paragraph 3, the statement lines are: Mandela expressed gratitude towards the leaders and people who fought for freedom. Inference question: why does Mandela thank the people and the leaders of the past? Options are: they supported apartheid. Option B, they were from other countries. Option C, they inspired and made sacrifices for freedom. Option D, they helped in building the union buildings. So, correct inference answer is they inspired and made sacrifices for freedom. That is why Mandela expresses his gratitude to them. So, see the short question, the MCQ, the inferential question and the analytical question. All four you will get from here. Para 4, that is from para 4. The statement lines are: he contrasts the oppressor and the oppressed, explaining that both need to be liberated. Contrast means shows opposite nature, oppositeness. That is, oppressors and oppressed are opposite. And they should be liberated. They should be given freedom. Inferential question for inference is: what does Mandela mean by saying both oppressor and oppressed are not free? Options are: both were imprisoned in the same jail. Oppressors are also victims of hate and narrowness. Oppressed people choose to be dominated. Oppressors were physically bound. So the correct answer is option B, which is ticked. Oppressors are also victims of hate and narrowness. That is narrow-mindedness, which is in your text. Para 4, statement lines: Mandela reflects on the courage of people who fought for justice and equality, calling them the real heroes. Inference question: who does Mandela consider the real heroes? Option A, the military generals. B, people who benefited from apartheid. C, citizens who suffered but fought for justice. D, politicians of the current government. Correct answer is C. Para 6, statement lines: Mandela recalls that he was not born with hatred but learned it through life, experience and under oppression. Oppression means torture. Inference question: what does Mandela suggest about human nature? Very important. Options are: people are born hating others. Hatred is stronger than love. Love comes more naturally to humans than hate. People cannot change once they learn hatred. Correct answer is C. Love comes more naturally to human than hate. This is given in your text exact lines. Paragraph 7, statement lines: he says every man has twin obligations to his family and to his country or people. Question for inference: what does Mandela highlight about persons' responsibilities? Very important. Option A, one should only focus on personal freedom. Option B, duty to the nation is more important than to family. Option C, individuals must balance personal and social duties. Option D, family duties should be ignored during struggle. So the correct answer is option C. Individuals must balance between personal and social duties. That is, an individual has to perform both personal duties, duties to his family and friends, and then duties to his society, and he should make a balance no one should be ignored. Para 8. Under apartheid, fulfilling both obligations was impossible for black South Africans. Very important. Inference question. Why couldn't Mandela fulfill both obligations under apartheid? Here both obligations means duty to family and duty to society or country. Options. He chose to ignore his family. He did not care for the nation. The oppressive system denied freedom and justice. He was not interested in responsibilities. The correct answer is option C. The oppressive system denied freedom and justice. That is, the Praetorian government, white government that ruled South Africa did not give any freedom or justice to black people. Para 9. Mandela explains his transformation from a law-abiding young man to a rebel against injustice. Mandela was a law-abiding attorney, and slowly the torture and inhuman activities of the white governments made him a rebel against injustice. Now question, inference question, why did Mandela become a freedom fighter? Options are: he wanted fame and power, he was forced by his friends, he was inspired by leaders in other countries, the injustice around him pushed him to act. Correct answer is D. The injustice around him pushed him to act. That is, the injustice done to the black people by the white government around him made Mandela a rebel and become a freedom fighter. Para 10. He defies freedom not just as the absence of oppression, but as the opportunity to live with dignity and equality. Inference question. According to Mandela, what does true freedom mean? Option A, the right to be rich. Option B, the ability to control others. Option C, a life of dignity, respect and equality. Option D, being able to leave the country. The correct answer is option C, a life of dignity, respect and equality. Para 11. Statement. Mandela closes by saying he is not truly free if others are still oppressed, and freedom is incomplete until everyone is free. The most important line, closing line. Inference question. What final message does Mandela leave the reader with? That is, what final message does Mandela give to the reader? Option A, personal freedom is all that matters. Option B, collective freedom is essential for true liberation. Option C, some people do not deserve freedom. Option D, freedom is only for the brave. The correct inferential answer is B, collective freedom is essential for true liberation. That means all the people must be freed and have equal rights and they should be liberated. Only then the true freedom will come, true liberation will come. So students, these paragraphs, inferential statements, questions and answers are very, very important. They are fourfold. They give you analysis of the paragraphs. They will give you MCQs. They will give you question and answer to the short questions, and also they will give you inference. So please watch out for ND's grammar channel and more videos from this topic. Thank you.